Meron kasi hindi siya, kasi parang pinakaya
Art speaks where words are unable to explain. This was the special program in arts. Otherwise, words speaks where art are unable to explain. This for the drum.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first ever benchmarking of the special program in arts, and of course, the special program in journalism. My name is Hermes Suarez, and I'm privileged to be your master of service. Now, to start with our program, I'd like to call in one of our music specialists in our school, the School of Joyce, LGMHS, Ms. Angel Santo Domingo for the doxology. very much, Rachel Domingo. You may now take your seat. Thank you very much. Good morning once again. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, our soul were due about the storm. Ang ganda po ng lyrics ng kanta, which I'm very proud to say one of the best music specialists of our school. Thank you very much, Ma'am Angel Domingo, for lighting our morning. And now we continue with our program. One of the energetic principle of Angeles City, likewise, one of the best there is when it comes to public speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, our energetic and very classy principal of our school, the School of Choice, the GNHS. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to Sir Hermes P. Vargas.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Of course, my beloved fellow school head from Angeles City National High School, Ma'am Amelita Pineda, and of course, the rest of the members of our visiting team from Angeles City National High School. Welcome, good morning. Of course, welcome to the School of Choice. Francisco Chinero Mosema, one high school. When Ma'am Ami talked to me last week about the benchmark, sabi ko, paano ba ito, sabi ko, and I immediately talked to Ma'am Mercado. Sabi ko, Ma'am Ben, pwede bang by Wednesday, mag-benchmark ko ang ACNH dito, sabi niya. And I told her about that. I told her about that thing Tuesday, so it will be tomorrow. Sabi ko, sir, we need to prepare. Sabi ko, oh sige, sabi ko, kailan na lang, sabi ko. And then she told me, like a week, so probably next week. So we have 1 week to prepare. And then I also talked to Ma'am Shirley kasi si Ma'am Shirley yung kakatapos lang sa process. And I also asked Ma'am Phil, sige, pagtulungan natin, sabi ko. And I didn't hesitate to say yes to Ma'am Ami, knowing naman Ma'am is also a high caliber school head. No? Sabi ko, sige, tingnan natin kung ipapakita natin kung anong island school of choice, sabi ko. So sabi ko, kahapon, we were finalizing, we will do the final touches, sabi ko. O yung mga documents, ready natin, yung mga sample programs, materials, and then sabi ko, if possible, we could go to the place na meron tayo. So, we decided pakita yung, after the school, we have yung mini tour, we decided to go doon sa SPE room na Sir Milo. And then, yung speech lab nga as part of this special program for journalism, since Ma'am She had the experience of undergoing the process talaga, yung step by step. Kaka-approve na kasi po nung school special program namin for journalism, bago-bago lang. So, Ma'am She will have the fresh experience of sharing it to our visitors, no, in benchmarking. So, sabi ko, sige, let's welcome and of course embrace the visitors from ang ACNHS, ang ating kapatid, no? And ito, magkapatid naman tayo sa Division of Angeles, and of course, we also belong to the same, yung category natin. So, you are welcome to the School of Choice, and I hope that you'll be able to learn as much as we will learn from you. I hope whatever you will take away from our institutions in the School of Choice, Ma'am Mercado, Ma'am Shirley, and the rest of the team, and yung mga mapping teachers natin, I hope we'll be able to help you as you go further in your endeavor of establishing special program for sports, which is under MAPE, Music Arts, Physical Education and Health. We wish you all the best, and we hope that you'll be able to extend as much support as we could in whatever we can in the coming days, years, months. And of course, I also asked Sir Jeff Karatagami, Assistant Principal, to join us this morning. So with that, Ami and the rest of the team from Angeles City National High School, welcome to the School of Choice. Once again, a blessed morning, everyone.
Thank you very much. Like I said a while ago, the classy principal, the School of Choice. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sir Hermes, for that wonderful message and opening remarks. Yeah. So let's continue with our program. Okay? Good pa yung picture ko. Sir, pakita nga ulit yung picture ko. Kasi na nakabolet, maraming po kasi. Baka masipunan. Okay, so ako po si Sir Milo. I'm also the visual arts specialist as well as the special program arts coordinator po. Para po alam po naman. Okay, and now we're going to have the walkthrough on the journey of the special program. Ayan. So let's start with, yan, bago-bago pa lang po ang ating program. Pero, when it comes to experience, yan, napakagaling po ng ating head teacher. I would like to call in the head teacher of the English department to give us the walkthrough for the special program in journalism. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ma'am Shirley and Pineda, Head Teacher 6.
Good morning, visitors and fellow educators. I'll be presenting the walkthrough of the journey in the implementation of our program, which is the special program in journalism. Okay, I'll give you an overview of my presentation. The first one is I'll give you a short background of the program, and then the experiences that we had during the walkthrough of the journey. Maybe because you will be experiencing the same procedures that we will be encountering after this benchmarking. And then I'll be giving you the before, during, and after implementation. And of course, our special program in journalism. Okay, what is special program in journalism? The program is developed to enrich the experiences, hone the journalistic skills and competencies of student writers, and strengthen free and responsible journalism. So basically that is what is SPJ all about. The focus here is it supports the RA 7079, which mandates the Department of Education, that is to conduct and implement program in various aspects of journalism. Okay, the curriculum is a 6-year specialization program covering the following subjects. So in our school, in junior high school, we are following the regular programs in our curriculum plus the elective subjects. For grade 7, we have the basic journalism. In grade 8, we have the print and online journalism. For grade 9, we have the radio broadcasting. And then grade 10, we have the TV broadcasting. Since we only have, this is our second year, okay, we have for elective, let's go back. Okay, so for grade 7, for the elective, we have the basic journalism. This time, we are offering also Filipino elective subject because we did not start that last year, ma'am. So this time, for grade 7, we have journalism subjects both in Filipino and English. In grade 8, we have the print and online journalism. We did not include the senior high school yet because it's up to the school if they're going to offer the senior high for the SPJ. For at this point, we shall be focusing on the following elective subjects. That's the regular areas in their subject in the curriculum. The SPJ aims to. So you will see these objectives in our project proposal. Okay, it aims to pilot special program in journalism in the division of Angeles City, then to scout for students to best demonstrate their journalist skills, to promote journalistic spirit among the pioneer class of SPJ, and to facilitate learning and constantly nurture the passion of the SPJ students. So we have 4 objectives for this program. Next, who are qualified to enroll in the SPJ? So admission is open to incoming grade 7 learners who have obtained an average of at least 85% in English and Filipino and a general average of 90% and above in grade 6, who exhibit talent in journalism and who have passed the qualifying test and interview to be conducted by the school. Okay, now we'll start the FGNMHS SPJ, the journey. For the pre-implementation, there were 2 English teachers who attended the regional training on strengthening special program in journalism and foreign language in the persons of Sir Alvin Louis Reyes. Incidentally, he is our SPJ coordinator, and Ma'am Shirley Diana at that time. Next, another teacher took part in the training of implementers on the enhanced special program in journalism. Although this motivates the teacher to open the program, this is not a prerequisite, ma'am. This is just one way of motivating teachers to open. And one way or the other, they had a chance to attend the training. That's why they were invited by the curriculum development in the central office, and that is one way of giving them the chance to open the program then. Next, for the process, of course you have to prepare the requirements, and then I'll be discussing with you the requirements later. Next, submit 4 copies of the requirements to the division office. Why 4 copies? Make sure you have your own copy, and then the division copy, and then regional in the central office. Then documents will be forwarded to the regional and central office. Wait for approval from the Bureau of Curriculum Development. Okay, so as I have mentioned earlier, I'll be discussing with you the requirements that we prepared during that time. The first one is the letter of intent addressed to USEC Desdado M. San Antonio. I'll give you an example of the letter of intent. Okay, so we have the headings for that in the letter, the date. We have December 5, 2019, and then the YC, then USEC Desdado M. San Antonio, Undersecretary, Bureau of Curriculum and Instruction, Department of Education, Realto Avenue, Development Complex, Pasig City, and then 2 channels. So, RED requests to offer a special program in journalism, SPJ, for school year 2019-2020. Sir, greetings of peace. This is to formally seek permission so that we, FGNMHS, formerly Hermes City National High School, and then Annex, be able to offer our would-be pioneer batch of special program in journalism, SPJ, next school year 2019-2020. After decades of maintaining excellent performance in terms of campus journalism, our 29-year-old of the vanguard with its Filipino tandem Angasera envisions itself to be the leading advocate of true-casting, true-print, and broadcast media in the school's division of Manila City, Pampanga. As such, we constantly produce top-notch winnings, both for students and advisors, categories like outstanding campus journalists and advisors, secondary level overall champion, secondary level resource for seminars, among others. On top of this, we are the only public school in our division to have fully functional speech lab, journalism room, reading hub, ICT laboratories, and soon to be broadcast room. It is therefore through this humble letter that we would like to update our curricular offerings and programs in order to better nurture our aspiring journalists to cultivate their skills and talents not only in print and online journalism, but also in radio and TV production. Attached herewith is a program profile for your reference. We look forward to your support and consideration. Thank you, and Godspeed. And then we have signatories, Alvin Rui Reyes, and then the possession, then Janelle Velasquez, the possession, noted by our school principal, Mami Carlos, then recommending approval, our estimates. Next, the next step is the program profile. So under this, we have the research and survey that there is a need to offer the program. We do not have research, but we do have the survey. Okay, we conducted surveys, so as you can see, this is the survey that we presented, okay, in our attached on the letter of intent. Informal survey during the early registration to introduce the new program, special program in journalism, SPJ, of the FGNME registration, so we campaign. So that survey that we had done. And from then, throughout the campaign, Mr. Reyes discussed to different grade 6 pupils the different topics, activities, and trainings of the learners who will be enrolled in the program. He also talked about the accomplishments of FGNH's campus journalists and publications in secondary school press conferences. And then students from neighboring schools showed much interest, thereby pledging to enroll to the said program. The survey during reading test, and then we had the reading test. FGNHS annually sponsors a reading test to incoming grade 7 students in order to identify the reading abilities and levels for appropriate sectioning, among others. During this assessment, teachers from the English department reintroduced the program to the future enrollees of the school. They were asked to see Mr. Reyes to formally write their names, contact number, and previous school for reference. After the 3-day evaluation of the reading ability and reintroducing the program to the said learners and potential enrollees, there were a total of 35 students who wished to enroll to the special program. Listed below are the 35 students who pledged equipment journalism room. So here are the following facilities and equipment for SPJ. For the facilities, we have the homeroom, room 8 and now it's the SPJ room, and then the speech lab, room SL4, then the journalism room, the room SL3. Equipment for this, we have the projector, computer, and then the projector for the speech lab, speech apparatus, and microphone. For the journalism room, then speech lab, room, journalism room. Although we accommodate different references in the learning portal as well, and at the same time, this time during the pandemic, we created labs for special for the elective subjects as well, and then we're using the labs for the ordinary English subject because we still have the curriculum that we have to follow in the regular as well for the English subject. Next. The sample programming. So after the facilities, let's have now the sample programming. It's a projection from grade 7. So here is the sample programming or the schedule. So you have to prepare for that. Then for this, and the following teachers are mentioned then. These are the possible teachers to teach for grade 7, then for grade 8, for grade 9, and for grade 10. Okay, as you can see, we follow the usual schedule that we have for the regular. Next is the faculty profile. These are the list of teachers in the program with the PDS. I did not include in my presentation the profile of the teachers, but make sure when you prepare your documents, you have to be ready with their PDSs. It's a must for them for you to list at the same time. Attached with the list is the PDS of the teachers. Next is the partnership and linkages. This is very important because we have to take down notes. We have to consider or take into consideration the stakeholders, our partners, okay, for the program. So since we're offering journalism, so the partners that we have are the companies like associated with the GMA network, the person of Mr. Dave Ventura, Engelbert Apostol, executive producer at ABS-CBN, then the GVFM, CLTV 36, and then ABS-CBN Pampanga. And we are also tied up in the AUF, Mass Communication Department. That's why we had a chance to have them as our linkages or partners. Next is a 3-year, you have to be ready with a 3-year implementation plan. So here, we projected a 3-year or the AIP. Okay, so we started from 2019 to 2020. That's our AIP. And the next projection is the 2020-2021. And the last one for the last year is the school year 2021-2020. Okay, the ocular inspection will be conducted by the division region for endorsement to be submitted to the central office. In our case, we didn't have the chance for the ocular visit because after giving the documents, after 5 to 6 months, we already have approval now. So make sure you have to prepare the documents. Maybe after the approval, from time to time, you will be given the schedule or you will be asked to prepare for the facilities because from time to time, they are visiting the schools after the approval, before and after. And then the central office acknowledgement. And here is the most awaited memo that we of course, we are waiting for this, and this is the approval from the central office, giving them. So it is addressed to, it was dated February 2019. That was the date when we received, the date, it was approved. No. Nicholas Ticapulong, PhD, and then from the regional office, and then attention our SDS, and then dear Dr. Capulong, this is to acknowledge the receipt of your endorsement for FGNMHS. And actually, 2 schools, no? from that memo, to offer the special program in journalism. The schools are now included in the list of the program implementers. Thus, annual report must be submitted by the SPJ school coordinator to the division, regional, central office at the end of the school year 2019-2020. So it is hoped that the school administrators and the faculty assigned to manage the program continuously coordinate with the Bureau of Curriculum Development for updates and conferences, consultative assemblies, and other activities. Very truly, you also invite Ma'am Jocelyn. Okay. So no, don't forget this. This is very important, especially during the course of the submission of your documents and their approval. Regional journalist supervisors, meaning EPS from the region, and at the same time our EPS in the division, coordinators, like if you are eyeing for the coordinators, school-based, are encouraged to facilitate the application of the schools intending to offer the program. In our case, we had the chance to collaborate with, from time to time, we are encouraging you to coordinate with the PSDS. That time, we were assisted by Dr. Yutuk, and of course our EPS, Ma'am Rita Bundalian. And then we were properly coordinated by our CID, back then, Ma'am De La Cruz, Madam De La Cruz. So from time to time, we are communicating with them the status of our pupil. Okay, now we have, I'm presenting you the enrollment data. For grade 7, we have 10 females and then 10 males for a total of 20 students enrolled in grade 7. For grade 8, we have 16 females and 3 males for a total of 19. So total for grade 7, we have 26 and then 13 for the distribution of faculty. So of course, as I have mentioned, we still have the regular classes classified as SPG for the regular class, but they have elective subjects. And then they have the set of faculty for the elective subjects. First, Sir Alvin Louis P. Reyes, incidentally, Sir Alvin, our SPJ coordinator, and then he is also teaching 7 journalism in grade 7. And then Ma'am Isabelita P. Pangilinan for journalism in Filipino. And then Ma'am Priscilla P. Villegas for journalism in grade 8 in English. Okay, our learning resources, these are the following references that we are using from grade 7 and grade 8. Actually, you can use different materials as I have mentioned. There is no definite reference for this, especially for the elective subjects. And we are encouraged also to use the portal, the LRMBS, if ever, if there are possible materials to be used for the special program as well. So the Pahalagang Campus and Advanced Campus Journalism for their elective subjects. And then we also created PowerPoint presentation by the SPJ teachers and MPs. And then the most essential learning competencies.
For the English report. With our walkthrough, I'd like to call in former coordinator of the special program, the arts, about ilang years din na something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you go ahead and the lovely Miss Maria Melina B. Mercado.
Hello po, good morning po. For this occasion, sometimes with the help, of course, with your, first and foremost, the support of the school head is very, very important, which I really, when we started with Ma'am Began. So, she was our greatest critic. So, tapos yung department head, tapos yung mga specialist natin. So, so each specialization, paano nila ginagawa. We also saw dun sa that, when we went there, we only saw in music, in vocals, she was only one student, but she was a soprano. Her voice was very high talaga. Tapos, yung mga dancers, they were dancing, they were practicing. Tapos, yung mga visual arts. And then, so far, yun lang talaga po ang pinapunta namin. And then, when we went to the tip of the mountain, we went up, and then the head of the program said, if you will see Maria Sinukuan, or as Maria Makiling, that means she welcomes her visitor. And we saw her, and her curves was very beautiful. Excuse me, pero her breast, perfect. And then the curve of her back, she was like this. And then you can imagine how if she is lying down on her back, and then you can also imagine if she is lying down on her side. So that is where our journey began. It began with a dream, with your heart, and then when we went back, so we started with the program. We started with the room, and I with much regret, I wish Mr. Dennis Macau is here because we were the first two who implemented the program. So we had also attended a seminar at Teachers Camp for implementers of the program. And then from then on, the family. I would like to give credit to the Aralin Panlipunan department before because it was them we made our debut. Independence Day. That was the first time they danced. Kasi we only first offered one specialization. And then as the year passed through, nag-add na ng specializations. There are 6 specializations. So we have dance, we have music. Under music, we have vocals and instruments. And then under instruments, we have the rondalla. I have my specialist dito po sa likod, si Sir Mark and Sir Bay, Sir rondalla. We also have our drum and lyre. Before then, it was under Marlene Decano, and now it's under Master Sote. And then we also have now our visual arts. So our visual arts is under Mr. Milo Nino Suarez and Sir Arvid Baras. English department. Mr. Roberto Moki. Did I miss out anybody anymore? Ma'am, yung sa music natin po, we have Ma'am Angel Domingo. And then, Ma'am Angel Santo Domingo and Ma'am Irvie Lansana. They are all graduates of music. So, now I have already pushed my crown already to Sir Milo Nino Suarez. But one thing that I can tell you, really, you have really the heart for the arts. Same with also sports. Same as sports. Kasi usually, kapag nagre-report ko, sabay ko ang SBS and SPE. So, so may I present to you again the special program.
Thank you very much. Bigyan of the hand. Okay? Bawasan ko lang po ng konti yung ano. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for that, sir. Okay, of course, I'd like to thank our department head and okay, Marina Mercado. Thank you for that wonderful, actually, it's a heartfelt words talaga kasi that's the start of the special program in the arts. And I myself is one of the pioneers of the special program in the arts. And now we're going to continue with our program for our, I guess, National High School visitors or nani, to our specialists in the making. This is the question and answer portion. Ayan, maganda ng question and answer portion. Paano Miss Universe na yan? Okay. Okay, question and answer. Let's start with the question. So, sino po ang may tanong? Ayan, para po masagot.
Mag-Q&A muna po tayo before we go to the meeting or we finish the Q&A on awarding certificate and then after that, we go with the sa ano. Thank you po.
Before I ask my question po, I would like my commendation po to all the people, to all the teachers, leaders behind the success of this program. We are impressed po for your presentation. And overwhelming po, kasi we are not expecting it to be like this. We thought it's only an informal visit, sir, and we asked for a document. So this is too much po for benchmarking. Dahil salamat, sir, Hermes, and to our department.
That's how we do it, the school
Senior high school. My question was, sir, we are in the stage po kasi for planning, strategic planning on how to offer the special program in the sports. And we are still in the process of preparing the facilities. No, the facilities, unlike, except for the teachers, kasi we already have the special schools. No, dun sa field ng sport that we would like to offer. But the problem is we are in the stage of preparing the facilities. No, yan po yung question namin. Can we still pursue the proposal if we are still in the process po of the facilities? And can we include that po, mami, the MOE for the additional facilities and tools that we need? Hindi po.
Proposal pa lang naman.
Ma'am, doon po sa partner po yun, we started only with one classroom. One classroom only. Tapos talagang, kasi yun nga, we have the specialist kasi yung know-how po nila is very, very essential po eh. Tapos, we only started with one classroom and yung salamin kasi sa performance kasi po, yun lang po, umpisa lang po talaga kami doon po. So, habang implement, it grew. It just grew. Tapos yung mga budget po, yan, nung SOB natin siya, di ba? Just po, we started, and pati SPB, meron po, I myself is also an arts, yung arts enthusiast. So, ganun. So, being in dance naman ako po. So, the journey started there. And looking back now, I just could only smile. I could only smile po sa dinaanan namin. And yung achievement, looking back again, it wasn't Herculean feat, but with your encouragement, go. I would say go, ma'am. Kasi ang counterpart talaga ng SPA, ang SPS. So, more or less. So, mamaya magchichika-chika kami ni Ma'am Tel na ano yung mga what will you offer sports, o yung curriculum natin. Kasi, lalo na po ngayon sa pandemic natin, we have naman a video presentation. How do you implement it nowadays? Meron po naman kami din nakahanda. Mamaya po habang yung order yung snacks po, yun po, show po.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. So, for the Monterey, would you like to add for that? Sing lang, sir. Ako na lang po mag-add because ako po yung isa sa mga modular po ni Sir A. Sir Agunday, na siya po yung what do you call it, nag-approve regional ng mga special program of sports. So, isa po ako sa mga head writer po sa Region 3. So, malaki po yung contact natin doon, if ever. Okay, kidding aside po, I'm also one of the, what do you call this, resource speaker for the special program of sports. About 9 years ago. The specialist. Matanda, sabi kasi ito yung sinabi na alala ko na sa ating train, yung coaches and specialists ngayon, ang Angeles City, handa po tayo ng ibang mga division because of our training. Most of the resource speaker of Region 3 are from Angeles City. Kami po ang nag-train sa mga coach na to, kami po ang nag-train ng mga specialists na to. In the end, mas malakas pa ang kanilang division sa Angeles City. Which you all know because they are also my colleagues in sports. Yes po. Kaya ko sinasabi ko po kasi nandito po, nasa atin po ang mga resources, best resources in sports. Nasa inyo na lang po how to implement it. And also, I'm willing to be part of that. Alam po ng mga special program policies. Okay po, any other question po? Ma'am?
Before anything else po, I'd like to extend our gratitude to Sir. Na-surprise po kami talaga ni Ma'am. Napaka-formal pala. And of course, sa mga kasama po dito, si Ma'am, sa una pa lang sabi niya push niya na yan. Pero sabi niya, na-pressure ako ngayon. Na-pressure po ako para ang layo-layo pa ng lalakbayin namin. Kasi ang meron pa lang namin puso pa lang at pangarap pa lang. Yun pa lang. And sabi ko, pero na-inspire naman po kami. Sabi ko, kakayanin kung nakaya ko niya. So, maraming salamat. Kumbaga, nagkaroon na rin po kami ng na-picture na po namin, na-visualize na po namin kung paano yung dating. Pero siguro, as time goes by po, sabi namin, like after a year, pupunta po kami ng another school pa po para mag-benchmark. Kasi, very supportive po yung principal namin. Actually, 3 weeks ago lang kami nag-usap. 3 weeks ago, yung sabi niya, sabi na, actually, marami siyang ginagawa para sa department. Sabi ko parang she is the right person para sa department namin. Kasi meron kami naka-picture na PE room, meron kami naka-picture na fitness gym, na nagsumulat na rin kami sa mayor. So, tapos bigla na lang 3 weeks ago, ang Tio, kailangan mag-offer special program in sports. May shock na po. Kasi sabi na, alam kahit yung mga hindi kasama, sports siya talaga ng school. Actually, ma'am, sabi ko, pati ako talaga, yung school niyo po talaga, yan mas marakal ang winning. So, dahil na po kami ka rin namin pamabagay, yung sports kami po talaga. Kaya kayo niya po yung pamakanini, can trade yung mga nini, yung school niyo po, Of course, siguro may babato naman po rin yung estudyante. Alalagay po nakakalapan. So, dito na lang po kami. So, dumating po si ma'am. So, siguro ito na yung right time para makilala rin po yung school namin sa mga special programs. Pag sinabi kapag songs and arts dito sa FG, kapag ka-dance, alam naman yung grade. Pero siya na yung main kayo namin. So, yung tanong ko lang po. Ano ma'am, nakita ko na kasi kanina, 2 years na po kayo, no?
Yes, po.
Pero nakita ko po, iba rin na.
That is your goal. Along the way po, yun po yung approval. Once mo nag-exist na kasi yung program, the more ka na maka-approach siya. Once you apply na there's and then it's just wait for the approval din. Kasi po nag-exist na siya. Ongoing ka po on process. Ang most important is the motivation that you have. You can be the principal. You have very supportive principals. Hindi yung process. And siguro po, very timely rin na wala tayong special program in sports. At tayo po yung yes, yes. So, start na po.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Follow-up po, ma'am. Follow-up question po. Lakas po ba ng mga students na kailangan po merong background ng sports na
I will answer that po. In a way po, meron po. Kasi nag-follow through po yan from the elementary days. Pero ang for the kapag ganyan po may auditions. Or po kapag it also starts with the school, meron din po na offer. Tapos meron pong campaign sa period. Tapos meron din po yung mga auditions po kung saan po kapag vacation po, magkakala po sila. So they will go dun po sa specialization po sir nila, ma'am nila po kung saan sila gusto mag-enroll. Tapos, i-grade po. For example, sa dance, they will prepare a minute or 2-minute presentation po, a dance of their own. Tapos yung sa mga visuals, they will draw. And then, yung mga sa song natin, sa vocals po, yun, kailangan maganda po.
no particular, ma'am, no particular training from elementary.
Wala na. Pero bali ma'am, kung minsan ma'am, kahit there is no particular training na kung no need, pero yung mga rondana natin, kung minsan yung interest lang. Yun lang, have.
Kasi mag-start na sila ng training.
Oo, tapos kahit, you also started from zero, from sa mga bata po, and then we will train them. Ito-train po sa yung huwag talaga, maganda po yung draw. Kasi kung minsan, yung mga nalaman po nila nung at zero, okay, basta again, that part.
Yung interest.
Thank you, ma'am. To add to that po, para po may idea ko yun.
May athlete grade. May ceiling grade din po. Sa, I don't know sa sports, pero siguro magiging familiar, it is similar to SPA kasi they have to maintain their grades, 82. Pero kung minsan, oo, ilan ako yung coordinator, hindi ang masasalba sa kanila. Yun, ano naman, nasasalba naman. So, at least they're okay now kasi you have to really look extreme. And you have to look into the extreme. Tapos sa SPJ po, kailangan 85, both in Filipino and English. O kasi yung sa happy memory, lalo na po kapag may performances po sila din. Oo. Tapos yung 90 ang average. Sa general
Thank you very much, Ma'am Net Mercado. Ayan. Are there any other questions po? And additional, ma'am, para po kasi ako sakto sa akin po yung na-experience ko yung mga, kasi sa kasamaan ko po, itong mga to sa Claraan, isa po sa Pipili Community, so alam po nila, kilala po nila ako. So, yung po isa, yung sa enrollment, yun yung ginagawa, sir. Tapos yung nag-school to school kami, ini-stop na namin yung mga elementary students. Tapos kukunin na namin. Scouting ang tawag po ito. Okay? And likewise po, dati ma'am, before we started, if I remember it right, nagkaroon tayo ng pre-training. Nagbigay kami ng pre-training before the enrollment. Noong nag-start pa kami, kasi wala pa kami masyadong enrollment. So nagbigay kami ng pre-training na kung saan nagkaroon ng interest, na naging interesado ang bata because of that pre-training. Tapos meron palang potential, kaya in-enroll namin sa SPA, nas tuloy-tuloy na rin sila. So you can do pre-training somewhere before the enrollment. So that you will know kung sino po ang pwedeng ipasok doon sa program. Ayan po, sakto. Special program in sports. Alam na kasama yan, okay? And then likewise, I'm part of the Angeles City Sepak Takraw Club. I'm the secretary, and we will give the support to Angeles City National High School. If you're going to put up Sepak Takraw, we will be the one to train your students.
With the help of our SPS po, mabilis po yung approval. At po yung pagkuha ng mga materials natin at saka yung mga subjects, mabilis na yun, along the way mapaprocess na po yun.
So, kailangan talaga natin pumunta ng Mexico.
Kasi mas maganda po yun, meron ng program.
Samahan kami ni Sir Rick daw na. Sabi namin pag-review yung pagpunta namin.
Kami po kasi yung reference namin sa ibang division then offering the program, the same program.
Yes, exactly, Ma'am Shirley, tama po yan. Also, in the special program in the arts, pumunta po kami sa Olongapo National High School, SPA, and of course, and also, Olongapo National High School offers special program in sports, which some of our friends are there also. So, pwede po rin kayo pumunta sa mga katulad ng Mexico and ganun din po. Maganda po talaga pumunta mag-benchmark sa mga school na nagbibigay na program. Are there any other questions po before we continue with our program? Okay, and now, alam natin what is this. Now we're going to continue with the distribution of certificate. And I'm going to read the certificate. Okay, so the certificate goes like this. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 3, School Division of Angeles City, Francisco D. Nepomuceno Memorial High School, City Center, Pandan, Angeles City, Certificate of Appearance. This is the certified that blank of Angeles City National High School attended the benchmarking on the special program in the arts and special program in journalism held at Francisco D. Nepomuceno Memorial High School on February 24, 2021. Signed, Hermes E. Vargas, School Principal 3. This certificate is given to Sir Jonathan B. Ladon. I would like to ask our principal certificate is given to Sir Arnold Arceo. Thank you very much, Sir Arnold. And certificate of appearance is given to Miss Rosemary Lona. Congratulations, ma'am. Another certificate will be given to Sir Nolly C. Miranda Jr. Yan. Palakpakan naman po natin. Salamat po mga audience. Sige po. Another certificate will be given to the city. And now, the heart of Angeles City National High School. Without her heart, special program in sports will not be concluded. This certificate will be given to Miss Avelina El Pineda. Congratulations, ma'am. Thank you very much. Yan, okay. Lahat po ng mga specialist po, picture po muna tayo with your certificate. Yan. Sir Noli, Sir Arnold, Ma'am Marifel, ayan. Picture muna, Sir Jonathan, picture muna. Yan. Yan, dapat daw sumayo pag isang picture. Okay. Picture tayo. Yan, magpulig-tigit, bawal po yan. Social distancing. Smile, hindi pa natin down. Smile with your eyes. Ayan. Juncture. Thank you very much once again po to our Angeles City National High School representative headed by Nakami and of course Ma'am Helma. Thank you very much. Ma'am Officer Arnold. Now. And now this juncture, we'd like to call in my assistant principal, the senior high school. Okay, so I'd like to go in for the closing remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the head teacher degree and now the officer in charge as the principal of our school, Sir Jefferson Icaragdag, for the closing remarks.
Blessed morning to everyone. We are grateful to have you here, Ma'am Melita Pineda. And my playmate in table tennis is Ma'am Delma Nisha Magtote and my teacher in first year to third year.
Wow.
And the rest of the National High School teachers. Oprah Winfrey once said, helping others is slowly helping ourselves. And through this undertaking, we realize that we are blessed with our potential to come up with this kind of special programs, which are being acknowledged by our schools, stakeholders, and other partners like we even have the time to acknowledge or reminisce all the journey that we have witnessed over the past, but how we receive the acknowledgement on the special program to cater our learners' needs. Hopefully, your endeavor to come up with a special program in your school will be realized, and someday we will walk in this issue with the petition become poor by helping. With this, I officially close our program, and remember, always be positive except for COVID. Thanks and stay safe.
Thank you very much, Sir Jefferson Icaragdag. Ayan, maraming salamat. This is how we do it in school of choice. Ayan. Thank you very much, Sir Hermes, for that. And now we're going to continue with our benchmarking with a minute tour of the special programs facilities. Okay, thank you once again. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much.